So you got a new Switch, but the cost of games are starting to add up. First of all, congrats. Getting a piece of tech is always exciting, especially when it's the gaming kind. But second, I know this struggle all too well, trust me. But playing a good game doesn't always have to mean spending money, which is why I wanted to share with you 10 free Nintendo Switch games that I like to play. Some of these do require a Nintendo Switch Online membership, but because it's only $24.99 Canadian for the whole year, which means it's even cheaper for my US friends, I would say it's pretty worth it, especially if you play on your Switch a lot or you're interested in playing online. The perks that you get with it are nice to have, which do include free games, which is never a bad thing. And if your favorite free Nintendo Switch game isn't on my list, well, that's because this is my personal list. So if there is a game that I didn't mention but you absolutely love and recommend that I check out, please do leave it down below. I love reading all of your comments and getting to chat with you guys. I actually got the idea to do this because of a few comments that I got in my Switch collection video, links in the cards. So hopefully this might help you in some way. By the way, hey, my name is Kat. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for joining. I make videos mainly on the Switch right now just because I've been really enjoying playing with it. But also just gaming in general. I play on all the consoles and very recently on the PC as well. I also recently started my first Let's Play series, but I intend to do way more, hopefully tackling new releases this year as well as a good chunk of my backlog. Now in no particular order, let's kick it off with Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest invites you to explore Tumblecube Island where, you guessed it, Pokemon are cubes. You get to choose a starter cube Pokemon and go on expeditions to battle and befriend other cube Pokemon. You have a base camp where you can cook and decorate to make it your own. You go out on expeditions where you venture out and loot items that will help you level up. It's a very basic gameplay, but I think that's where the charm of it lies. Like the next Pokemon game I'm about to mention on this list, it's not meant to challenge you. I think it's just a nice easy game to pop into in short bursts. There's not really much of a storyline to it, but I think you kind of get invested in Tumblecube and want to keep exploring and leveling up your Pokemon. Next is Pokemon Cafe Mix, which is also available on mobile, and it shows. It acts more like a game designed for a phone more than a console. I don't even think it uses the Switch's buttons at all. It doesn't require you to. It's all on the touchscreen. But basically you run a cafe with Pokemon, as the name suggests. You recruit different Pokemon to help you create their signature dishes. Each Pokemon has their own, so depending on what the order is, it might be beneficial to use a specific Pokemon with a specific specialty. Each level consists of different puzzles, simple puzzles. It's also a very easy game like Pokemon Quest. You learn more recipes along the way and you expand your menu, eventually attracting more customers. It's very kid-friendly. My niece is actually enjoying this right now, but I can say as a full-grown adult woman, I do enjoy this game as well. I generally tend to like games that are Pokemon themed, just because I grew up with Pokemon, but I really like games like these to play in between maybe heavier story-driven games that are more challenging and I'm working on at the time. Brawlhalla. This game is a platformer fighting game for up to 8 players, online or locally. It's basically Smash Bros, but not with Nintendo characters and free. Straightforward? Yeah. The characters do rotate weekly, so that kind of gives you a nice selection every time you come back and play the game. I haven't played this game online myself personally, but if you do, you are able to unlock more characters that way. So another game that's very easy to get into and enjoy. Next is Ninjala. It is a ninja battle royale game. The art style reminds me a lot of Splatoon, but I think that's where pretty much the similarities end. You can customize your character, which I'm always a sucker for. You match up with 8 other players and essentially try to get the most points in the round to win. You have this thing called the ninja gun, which is your all-rounder weapon. You can blow bubbles and toss it at your enemies. You can somehow craft weapons out of it as well. You can also use this gum to sprint across the map, running toward or away, no judgment, from your opponent. This gum does it all. Like other battle royale games though, the objective of this game is pretty straightforward. Be the best ninja and last ninja standing and win. Next is Paladins, which to my understanding plays very much like Overwatch. I've never played Overwatch myself, but I do have friends that play it a lot and I watch them. But if you have played Overwatch, then you will know exactly what this game is about. It's described as a fantasy team-based shooter game. You have different champions to choose from with different abilities to suit your playstyle, and the more you play, the more characters you unlock. You can spend real money for skins and customization, but it's not required. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all, it's just for looks. For a free game, there's actually a lot of content here. I remember this being one of the first games that I actually had on my Switch because I didn't have much of a collection yet, and I played it a lot. But my favorite thing about these types of games is that you are able to pick it up and play in short bursts. You can join a match and pop out whenever you need. Dauntless. If Paladins is like Overwatch, Dauntless is Monster Hunter. Except these monsters are called behemoths and you are called a slayer. Behemoth Slayer, Monster Hunter. So you are matched up with people all over the world into a team and you are sent on quests to hunt these behemoths together. By completing these quests, you are able to loot monster parts and other items off the map to help you craft more powerful weapons, armor, potions, etc. There is a bit of a story. It is an action RPG after all, and it's pretty nice that the creators update this game quite regularly to offer seasonal events which give you nice bonuses for participating. They're also adding more monsters and quests all the time, which is so nice. For a free-to-play game, this is probably the most content that I've seen on the Nintendo Switch. I probably spent the most time on this one as well just because there's so much to do. And with the new Monster Hunter Rise just around the corner, if you've never played that type of game before and you're curious to see if, it's something that you might actually like, it may be a good idea to check out Dauntless first. Asphalt IX. This game is described to be an arcade racing game, and it's exactly that. You pop onto different levels on different maps with different themes, and you race. The more levels you do, the more you unlock in terms of vehicles and upgrades for your vehicles and customization options. There are 42 tracks, which is a lot, especially, again, we're talking free here. I don't even think I've played through a quarter of those 42 maps and I've already had a lot of fun with this game. It also offers local multiplayer and local split-screen multiplayer for up to 4 players, which is pretty incredible. So not only are you enjoying this game, but also a bunch of your buddies as well. I don't know about you, and maybe I'm dating myself a little bit here, but I remember playing the very first Asphalt game on someone's old Nokia phone way back. So it's really cool to see though that the series is still going and how far they've come. Tetris 99. Of course, I couldn't talk about free-to-play games on the Nintendo Switch without talking about Tetris 99. I was so excited when they first announced this game. It's the Tetris, but make it battle royale. Against 99 players, you basically play Tetris, except with every line that you clear, you're able to send garbage blocks to sabotage other players. And that can make it more challenging for them, which means a better chance for you to win. I've seen them come out with online events for Tetris 99 as well, which give you cool perks for your account. I don't actually really know what you get because I've never joined one. I said I liked the game, I didn't say I was great at it, okay? Now, number 9 and 10 are kind of a 2-for-1, and you do have to get Nintendo Switch Online to get it, but they are the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System apps. As the name suggests, they are apps for each console respectively. It offers a good catalog of games for each system to play, and they do update it regularly as well. They've added way more games since I've gotten Nintendo Switch Online, and they will continue adding more. So if you're into retro games like myself, this alone makes it worth it for me to become a member for Nintendo Switch Online. And if you're not into retro games, this might be a nice opportunity to introduce yourself to the original favorites, the games that are responsible for creating your favorites today. And at the very least, I urge you to try them out just because I guarantee you're gonna find a game there that will be a lot of fun. Nintendo Switch Online also kind of recently started offering game trials. It wasn't always a feature of Switch Online, but they pretty much offer different titles to try for free for a limited time. The most recent trial that they did from the time that I'm filming this was Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I've never actually played that game, so it was nice to try, and it's nice to be able to try out games that you might not pick out for yourself normally. So factoring in the NES and SNES apps and the little perks like game trials that you get with Switch Online, I do find this to be worth it. Obviously, it's also used for, as the name suggests, going online, but to me it makes sense to get for your Nintendo Switch. You can get a 7-day free trial, I believe, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. And if you have a family with a bunch of Switches, they offer a family membership plan that is a really great value as well. So that's it. This has been my 10 favorite free Nintendo Switch games to play as of right now. What did you think? Have you tried any of these games that I mentioned? And if so, do you have a favorite from this list as well? Is there one that maybe you didn't know about and you're looking forward to trying? And again, if you have a favorite that I haven't tried yet, please do leave it down below. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.